I'm done, dude. I'm done.
All right, welcome to the You Are Here podcast. This is
Wait.
episode
Come on,
101.
Hold on. He's shooting.
Find a podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube with the video, www.yourpodcast.co. We cannot afford the M.
Real?
What's
Is it
up?
real?
What's up? Yeah, it's for real, bro.
You really going?
I'm done wasting time.
Dude, I wasn't even ready.
You're not?
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
what?
bro, ebb and flow. Let's go. Am I a rapper? Am I a rapper?
Yeah. You're a rapper now.
Yeah, I'm a
I
rapper.
almost got that copyright claim again, dude. I was playing music. Come on.
Yeah, now we're going to get copyright striked and lose everything.
Make no money.
Yeah. Well, I got to look at you, bro. You're not even... See, we set this up. Guys,
Oh, wait.
this podcast, it's going to be a little bit not too good. All right? Or maybe it's good. I think people like this. People like this kind of stuff.
This is real.
This is real. We're here. We had the most... I have Dave on our phone on a call so he could see my face because I can see his face, but he can't see mine on the recording. But it's all good. We're all here. You are here. What's up, Dave?
I hate the setup so much.
Why? Come on.
I hate
Dude,
the
hey,
setup.
we got to do what we got to do, though.
I do what we got to do.
Look, focus. Focus on me. You got to focus on the... You got to focus. You stop looking at it. We got to get this together.
Okay.
All right, now we're focusing. We're focusing like we're in a call.
Yeah, I'm just going to close this because I can't look at this. Okay, let's close.
All right. Hey, this is going to come out after Christmas.
So Merry Christmas.
So Merry Christmas.
Bang. How about that? We made it through 2020.
2020, bro. Hey, this is episode 101. So I think we got to teach some people about something. I think we're going to maybe teach a couple things.
Let's do it.
What's some things we have to teach people?
You know what, dude? How about gratitude? How about empathy? How about trying your best?
How about let's talk about this is 2020 101. What did we learn? What did we do? What's going on?
Dude, I learned patience is a virtue, man.
Oof.
I learned you really gotta. I lost my pen. You really gotta.
Dave, you're all over the place. Dave, you got to center. You're all over the place.
Okay. This is weird. It's weird for me. I'm here. We are here. This is an episode. It's happening. 101's happening right now.
Yeah, we're here.
Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the podcast. We love you. Like and subscribe if you can. Put on that little bell notification deal so you don't miss a pod.
How many people are not subscribed?
Dude, so I check the percentages now. And your boys in the analytics. I've been
and y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble.
Dave's on the case now. Dave's on your case now. I see a big percentage of people that watch this podcast are not subscribed. I would say it floats, you know? We get around 60 to 70 usually are not subscribed. So thank you for the subscribers who have subscribed and do listen weekly because we see you and we love you. But you other ones, you aren't cresters. You aren't with the tribe yet.
You've been saying this. What is a crester?
Crester, dude, it's my cult. It's my cult.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I was like, you've been saying this.
Yeah.
I forgot. The crester.
Connor put hashtag crester up. He's a crester. He's in the costume.
Oh, you recruited him?
Yeah, he's in.
Yeah. He walked across that border and just.
Dude, he's in. He jumped that salt line and he's in now. He gets foot massages all the time, grilled chicken. He gets all. He's set.
You know what? But he deserves it. He deserves it. He's an OG.
No, he's an OG. He's the shit. So he's in there. Me and Connor are chilling right now. But there's 71 others. But keep it real. I see you guys who are subscribed, and I'm feeling kind of upset.
I'm feeling.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah. I mean, we have like a couple of people. It's so hard, I think, in this day and age, man, to get like engagement. You know what I mean?
It is.
Like, it's so easy. Dude, how many times you just wake up, look at your phone, go on Insta or go on whatever, Twitter, and you just like scroll, do a like, or you just scroll and do nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't know. I guess there's some sort of, there's something to like grab someone, you know? Or maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's just not that time for them. Maybe, you know, next week's pod they'll see it and they'll be like, you know what, there it is. I'm gonna like this one.
Yeah.
Because it hit me in a certain thing.
But when you think about it, dude, the hours that we've put of our personal conversations out into the world for whoever like wants to listen, it's like hundreds of hours of stuff we've talked about.
Yeah.
And it's weird when like I know you've gotten it before, but I've started getting them too, where it's like a DM and you have like this really deep conversation about something that someone heard on the podcast that they want to talk to us about. And it's like the thing I didn't expect, I guess, from this podcast was interactions outside of the podcast. Like I didn't realize it would I don't know, man. It's weird. It's like it kind of enriches like your relationships with people you don't know.
Yes. Yeah. It kind of adds it almost adds like more value to like just the simple like hello or just reaching out to someone. It can do so much, you know? Because whenever it happens, it does so much for me.
Yeah, it is cool. I had a really cool conversation like 2 nights ago with someone who I knew already, but they were getting something from the podcast because we didn't have conversations like that in life. So it's like she was tuning into the podcast and like seeing, I guess, a deeper side of me. And then that was affecting her life. So she brought that to me in a separate conversation. And our relationship has changed for that. You know, it's cool.
That's crazy.
It's wild, man. It's really
opening
cool.
doors. It's opening doors or it's closing doors.
Dude,
because Mikey kind of maybe closed some doors.
This is my thing I'm going to say. This is my thing. Keep it real. I'm going to keep it real with you, Mikey.
Okay.
It's Christmas time. Okay? We made it through 2020.
Uh-huh.
I don't ask for much. You know your boy doesn't ask for much.
Yeah.
I'm a very needy guy. I don't go around and ask people for favors. I never ask for no kind of help. I'm laying it down. If you're listening right now, and you aren't subscribed to the podcast, I'm going to just say on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going to say on YouTube because that helps us a lot.
Yeah.
If you would kindly, if there's something in this conversation, in this one, in one of the 100 episodes before that has moved you or changed you or made you think, or you like us, or you want to just support us in some kind of way.
Yeah.
If you would please like and subscribe to the podcast and listen to an episode, share one if you feel like it, but like and subscribe. We're trying to get our subscribers up for next year. 2021 is the year of growth, and we've been growing the end of this year more than I thought. We got big plans, man. Like right around the corner right now, we have some cool live thing that's.
I want to get into that, some more details about that on YouTube. If you go on Your Hair Podcast,
ever again, dude.
What? Wait, what'd you say?
I said, don't interrupt me ever again.
Oh shit.
You want to be
so live podcast. There's a actual like video page. You can set a reminder, set the bell. There's a bell there. It's gonna notify you when that's happening. It's happening January 20th at 6 p.m.
Okay.
6 p.m. Live guests, live talk, live interaction. It's like the lives before the podcast, but you're there and we're talking to you. And we're having a good time. And it's going to be right here on YouTube. Easy. You click and that's it. You're coming home from work. It's 6 o'clock. Hey, man, throw it on. And we're here. Yeah. Before the end of the new year, it's perfect. It's the best feeling ever.
It's perfect, dude.
The best feeling ever.
That's going to be right 3 episodes from now.
Dude, I was thinking maybe we should call a psychic again. On the live.
On the live?
On the live.
Bro.
I think we should do that, dude. If you guys want to hear it, if you want to see that, just like the video and I'll know. Just like this video down there and I'll know that you want to see the psychic on the live.
Fair.
That's just that.
Dude, and comment down below if you subscribe or not. And also hit me with the hashtag Cresters if you're with me. If you're with Mikey, hit Chocolate Boys.
Yeah, hashtag Chocolate Boys.
Because we got 2
I'm not going to lie. We don't have that many people.
Hey, bro.
We're like we're like the supreme of cults.
Let me ask you real quick.
Okay.
What does your cult have that my cult doesn't have right now? Go ahead. What do you offer that my cult?
I'm trying to think back about what my cult even was. All I remember is really fat people.
Yeah, he said you get people fat, and then you sell their documentaries to like TV shows.
Oh,
You pitch it.
I said
You
that.
Yeah, yep.
Oh,
I think I fed it to you, but I think
I might have to rehash
You
this
can
cult.
amend it. Yeah, you can amend
I
it.
might have to rebuild the Chocolate Boys.
Okay. So right now, Cresters are killing it.
You know what it is? You
Eastern Wave is
the way you
is
get
a
in
move.
the way you get into Chocolate Boys. We don't discriminate, but you gotta like chocolate. And I'm not talking. And I'm not talking your simple Hershey. I'm not talking about your Reese's Pieces. You know, your Snickers.
Yeah.
I'm talking, and be careful with that word. All I'm talking about, and all I'm talking about is your initiation is you gotta eat. You know how chocolate has like percentage of like cocoa?
Yep.
It's gotta
Cacao.
it's gonna be 100%.
Okay.
Because Mikey likes some dark chocolate. Mikey has a cold heart, and I think that chocolate, bitter, sweet chocolate, I think that brings out something in people. I think it's a refined. That's someone that has a refined.
Are you the kind of
taste.
weirdo that freezes your chocolate?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, thank God, bro!
What?
I can't.
What is that?
You're trying to break.
That's definitely. If you freeze your chocolate, then you're not into cold.
It's just not my thing.
But you got to look me in the eyes when we both eat this piece of chocolate, and if you don't wince or anything, then you're in.
Okay, but it's got to be like 100% dark chocolate.
Yeah,
kind of deal, like
it's like
99.5.
yeah. It's not.
Okay.
It's almost unenjoyable.
But then what? So I eat chocolate and then I'm in, and then what?
And you know what? It's almost like a badge of honor. And you know how like the what are they called? The Freemasons. You know, you're gonna get a little bumper sticker that's gonna be a little chocolate bar, and people we're gonna be in numbers. And if you see someone, y'all got your backs. You know, it's almost like you're just a. I almost just said gang.
You're a gang.
Oh, fuck. No, it's like a gang, but without the bad things. You know, with the bad things is not in it. It's a good gang.
Okay.
You know, we got our backs, the Chocolate Boys,
Okay.
and we're just living life, but we got our backs. It's that extra. It's that in the back of your head, you know, someone's got your back.
Okay.
I think that's what we're about.
Okay. But there's no purpose. You guys just roll around like just I have your back.
That's in the next chapter of the book. We're figuring it out.
Okay. Gotta figure that out, dude.
We're figuring that out.
Right now, bro. We put a poll out. Guess who's got the numbers?
Yeah, I know.
Eastern Wave's got the numbers.
Eastern Wave. That sounds like a legit cult.
Dude, I'm saying.
That sounds like a legit.
And we don't call it. We wouldn't say it's a cult. We'd say it's a tribe.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like almost like, yeah. All right.
And once a year, dude. Once a year, I was thinking about this. Once a year, you know, someone's obviously going to sneak in and be like, you know, a new member who's going to be like kind of a douche.
Uh-huh.
So once a year, what we do is we do like a poll, like Survivor, and we vote. And whoever that person is, that the largest number, we have to. I was thinking we all like collectively huddle around the person and like swarm them, and then like lift them in the air and then throw them back over the salt line, and then they're gone forever. You can never re-enter. Once you're gone, you can never re-enter. Wow. But when you're in, dude, it's barbecues every night. It's fire pits.
But what if they step over the line again?
You can't. That's it.
There's no way. Wow.
Now, if you do that, then we have to start.
Then yeah, that's an actual physically and, you know, figuratively line crossed.
We haven't had that problem yet, but we'll see. I wouldn't want to be that person.
You know what you should do? You should put people in like trebuchets and just launch them into a ball pit.
Are coming, guys. Get ready for the Crester shows. They're coming. I have a question for you, bro.
Yeah.
This is someone I thought of, and I think I was doing dishes, and I was like, ask Mikey this question. This is one you asked on the podcast before to our guests, and I never asked you, I think, this question personally. And I wanted to do that for you too. It's like I'm gonna ask you, and we could both answer for each other.
Okay.
So what is it? Because I remember you did this again. I remember you did this for other guests. What is it about like it's getting to know me and me getting to know you? What are things that you've learned from each other? I remember you asked that, and I was like, oh man, I want to ask Mike that, and then I want to answer that too. So I've been doing some thinking, doing some thinking, reflecting on our
Yeah. That's always it's always like interesting to like look at relationships, you know, and like what bloomed from it or what you got from it, or I don't know, just the way it affected you. And I think with you, I think in a way it helped me kind of shape the kind of person I was or was trying to like, because I think I was lost in trying to like find who like I was for like a good amount of years. And things weren't like always going well. They had some like, you know, some bumps in the road, and I just felt kind of lost, but I felt like I knew what I loved and I knew what I like, you know, kind of like I love doing this is why I should go to therapy. I love like looking at like, oh, this is the shit that like is like terrible in my mind, or you know, and this is the stuff that's good, and I'm like, okay, cool, I know it all, so now I can just live, you know, and I can live with it.
Yeah.
But I think I was in a way like I figured out how to kind of like what I could like hold on to, like that I was like kind of tripping me up. And I don't know. I feel like just having someone there that was like, I could see that they were working on this similar thing that I was trying to work on.
Yeah.
You know, with like filmmaking, and seeing how like you put like a lot, like almost you're all into it. You know what I mean? I think I needed to see that firsthand, and I think that helped me, like, I don't know, like definitively pick like my passion and like the love for my like the things I want to do in life. And like it helped me figure out who I was, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's a wild thing to say. Because it's like,
because a lot of remember like before I would say like, oh, like Dave's like such an outgoing, like he's the guy, like everyone's gonna crowd around, he's the fucking he's the man, he's the dopest guy, he's popular, like everyone loves him. And I'm like, oh, I wish I had that, I wish I had that side of me, you know, that I could be outgoing like that. But it's kind of like I am the way I am, and like that's the way you are. And like I see sometimes you get like, you know, you go into like dark, you know, thoughts and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, he's like no one's perfect. Everyone has like their pros, their cons, and like that's just life. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
And then I found that like I did have some of that stuff that I said like I wish I have. It's like it's all in me. You know, we all have like these things that we think we don't. It's just in our mind. We kind of stop ourselves.
You're right. Yeah. We're all like kind of you know, we're wired certain ways. I think it has a lot to do with how we grow up and what we want in life early on, and we're like predisposed to like certain behaviors where like some of us are, you know, better thinkers and they're much more introverted, and some people are better at being outroverted, and you know, being, you know, charisma is such a weird thing. Like that word is such a weird word because it's you can't like measure that. It's not something you could grab and hold. You know, that word charisma I heard before, and it's like, sure, like you're outgoing and charismatic, but it's like, what does that mean? I talk to a lot of people, or people, I don't know. Like it's a weird thing because I'm very introverted sometimes too.
Yeah,
I'm very to myself too. But I guess I don't want to say like in normal life, but like in everyday life, whatever that is. In most of my interactions that you saw, I think early on, I was probably at work, you know, trying to be friendly, trying to make friends, trying to be kind with customers, and so that's like also kind of my default setting is, you know, be open and be likable. You know, I always wanted to be likable, dude. So I remember at a young age, but like as a kid, like I don't know if that's something that concerned you. Is that something that you thought of?
What
were you like, I really want a lot of people to like me, so I feel like loved and understood. And is that something that would cross your mind?
I think, yeah. I think I did have
Yeah.
like that because I was kind of like in like the outcast kind of group of like, kids that would like, I don't know, they didn't, like, I didn't go to like the best high school. It was just a public kind of thing. And there's like drugs and stuff like that, bad people, like, I don't know. And it's like, and I wasn't with the greatest group, like a lot of my kids like drank and smoked and all this stuff. And like, I was fine with that, but I always like sometimes like wished I was like, oh, I wish I was like I would have a lot of like couple like, friends in like the popular group or something. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could be like over there with those kids sometimes. And I'm like, I wish I could just hang out, or be like considered like part, but like when I grow up, I'm like, it kind of is stupid because it's like, it's just not who I was. It's like, I can't imagine a world with me like that, like there's no way.
Imagine, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's like the crazy thing you experienced like
it's like I'm asking for myself to be that person. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even want to be myself.
Right. You're trying to create yourself into a version of what you think other people want to see and hang with.
Yeah.
You're trying to be that, not this. Yeah, I think we all do it, bro. I mean, maybe there's a few people, there's outliers that don't, but I think we all kind of mold ourselves into like some likable version of ourselves that's presentable and like more lovable or more attractive or more, I don't know. But
dude, I want to throw in something before I forget, dude. Just before I forget, because I've been trying to bring this up for the past like 5 podcasts, and I keep forgetting and remembering right after. So I was working one day at the cafe, and it was just like a busy day. It was super busy. So I was super tired. But there was one kid that came in, and he was asking for like espresso beans, right? And I like guided him the whole way. He's like, oh, he was a nice kid, whatever. And I was like, thanks, man. Cool. I just got like an espresso machine. I want to like figure out how to do it. And like, so he goes to pay and his card wasn't working. And it like kept not working. And like, he's like, oh, my like girlfriend or something told me like I could come and like, pay with the card or whatever. Cause she said she'll take care of it. And like, he was like, it was like a younger kid, you know what I mean? He kind of seemed like he didn't know what to do. And like, I had like an inkling of like I should help him, but I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But then like, dude, the next chick in line just ended up paying for it all. And like the whole thing. And she said no word that no one knew. I didn't even know. I had to ask. I was like, who the fuck paid for it? Or whatever. And like this saint just like paid for everything. Didn't say a word, got all her stuff. And dude, after I was like, I have to like pay her back. I have to like do something. Yeah. So I paid for all her shit in secret. And then like I saw her on the way out and I was like, you know what? You're a really nice person. And I just said that.
Wow.
I'm like,
wow.
And you could tell like, I don't know, like some people aren't going through like the best times probably, especially right now. And like people that still are able to like give something. I don't know. I just want to say shout out to you, person, whoever you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man. Amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to that girl.
Yeah.
People
just like so like,
dude.
Yeah. It's the best. I love that shit.
And they do it like without expecting anything in return, and that's the cool thing.
Yeah.
There's no like, I do this charitable act, I know I'm going to get this on the other end. Like she didn't know you were going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Something about taking care of each other, dude. Something about keeping it simple and having empathy for one another, Kid's struggling. I could afford to pay for his little coffee beans, Yeah. I could afford to make his day a little bit easier. Life's so hard already, dude. Yeah. Life is so hard already. Isn't it? Don't we deal with enough shit? Don't we have enough of our back?
For sure.
And we're like taking note of that in each other and realizing everyone's going through a thing. Instead, we're like, I'm the only person in the world going through a thing that's tough right now. So we lock ourselves in and we're like, I don't care about what's going on around me. I don't care about this person struggling with the coffee beans. I don't care about that person falling on the ice. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if we just did like one thing a day where you saw something, you were just like, I could step. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to just do a little thing. Not expect nothing in return. And if everyone did that, dude, imagine how much like fucking easier life would be.
Yeah.
People aren't out to hurt each other. That's idealistic. That's like,
it's like utopia.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, it's like, you gotta if you can't take care of yourself, like someone's gotta, be there for you. Sometimes you gotta be there for someone, even if you don't know them or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. Dude,
do you believe in karma hardcore?
Kind of. I think so. I think what you put out does come back to you in some cosmic way. I don't know how. I don't know if it's like you do a bad thing and like you're fucked, the universe is gonna crush you. Like if you make a mistake or something, it's no big deal. But I think there's a force out there. I don't know if it's like 100%.
Yeah. The way I feel about it is like, I feel like you can, like, as long as you're putting like good stuff out there, I feel like it's, you're manifesting like the good energies around you. Not to be fucking hokey right now, but I feel like, the more good, positive things you're thinking or doing, then the more it's going to happen.
Yeah. I agree. I think there's something about that. The manifesting of things.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to go back to your question and everything.
Yeah.
So, what do you think has come from our relationship? You said you were thinking about it.
Dude, what have I learned from you? Is what I'm trying to answer. And I think I've learned that you've always been like super structured, hardworking, and I always say that. So I'm not gonna say that. Like that your work ethic is something that speaks for itself. And I've honestly learned from you in that sense for sure, because you do a thing. This is what I'll say. You do a thing. What I've learned from Mikey is
it's hard to like put into words.
I'm gonna try and make it a statement so it's like easy and digestible.
Yeah.
What I've learned from you is that even if you are not passionate in the moment, you are not swept up, you are not impulsively driven to do a thing, that you still should do a thing for the long run. If you are like let's say you're passionate about making your own magazine, writing your own book. There are days when you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be a tougher day than the next day or the day before. And so you're gonna be like, well, I am passionate about this. I know I love it. I want to do this more than anything. So why am I having a hard day? Well, I just don't want to do it today. That's okay. I won't do it. I won't work. I won't clock in. And so you don't, right? And then that day carries to the next day. And you're like, I still don't feel the passion. I'm not inspired. I'm not. Let me take a walk and try to find some inspiration. You find some, but it's not really enough to get you going. And so you don't do anything. And the next day comes around and it's kind of snowballing now. I'm not really helping myself and I'm not clocking in. I do a lot of that shit. I do a lot of artistic, I call it artistic shit, but it's because it's art. I spend a lot of time thinking about that stuff and trying to accomplish those things. And there's days when you're not inspired. You're not passionate. It's easy to do it when you're passionate. It's easy to be like, how'd you make that film? I was passionate. I was driven. It was quick. I made it as fast as I could. It was really heartfelt, whatever. But I wasn't patient. I didn't clock in every single day. Days I didn't want to do it, I didn't do it. And I think I've suffered because of that. But I think from you, I've learned no matter what's going on in the world, you kind of have this duty, this if you want something bad enough, you have this service you have to fulfill every day. And you show up every day. It's not like you show up when you feel like it only. You don't do it when the weather's nice. You don't do it just when, you're secure in where you are in life. You do it every day. You show up for whether it be, if you're working on a project, you're going to show up at 3 a.m. and you're going to clock in and you're going to have all your shit ready. Everything's charged. You're going to be, creatively thinking, adjusting to the moment. And then you're going to go clock in at work and do what you have to do at work. And you're going to clock in with your family and do what you have to do with your family. And you're going to clock in. And then you're going to rest for a little bit, get enough energy back, and you're going to do it again. And I think that kind of thing, that kind of clocking in and showing up for yourself is what you do better than I think a lot of people that I know.
Really?
That I met along. You've always done that. You've done that since I met you. I think your confidence it wavers, which I think is totally normal. And that's my point. It's like, you know, no matter if you're stuck in here, if you're having a hard time going through a relationship thing or a life thing or family thing or whatever, you still have this duty that you like faithfully check in with. You always show up. It's great. You're 101 episodes into a podcast. Who else does that?
Yeah. Fuck.
You always do it. You make a way to do it. If there's a problem, you're like, oh, Dave, no problem. And then you just adjust and you just figure out a way for us to do it. Yeah. We're doing it right now. That's who you are. So I've learned that from you. It's like, Dave, even when it's easy, life's easy when you feel good. It's not so easy when you don't feel good. You still have a duty. You still have to show up.
Yeah.
For yourself, you still show up. It's noble. It's not selfish. It's not vain. It's noble. It's a noble thing. It's a noble trait. So I think I learned that from you. Like the days you don't feel well, you still show up.
Damn. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man. Real
talk. Very touching.
Real.
Yeah. Wow.
Real, dude. And I wanted to talk to you about. Oh yeah, go ahead. You want to go ahead?
I was gonna say the realest podcast in the game, man.
Realest podcast in the game, bro. And it's not even close. I don't want to brag, but it's not even close. Let me say this. I just read this article. No, I didn't. Oh, I read it because Carl shared it. Netflix. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to talk about this?
Yeah.
I want to bring this up to you specifically. Netflix is apparently acting like an editor now and tinkering with their platform, their films on their platform. Where what is it? Final Destination. There's like a scene. It's pretty graphic, and they've had it, I guess, for a little while now, and they removed the scene from the film. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think there's absolutely no like right for I mean, and they didn't know at all too, right? They didn't say anything. There was no mention of it to the company or nothing.
I haven't seen
I mean,
I don't know. About it, but I haven't seen that they
unless they agreed to do that, because I guess we need that proof. But like, if they're just doing it on their own, then I think that's some of like, I don't know. That's like some new age like new generation censorship shit. Like,
man.
Imagine all the stuff like they could take out of everything.
Just wait,
dude. There's so much more graphic shit on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can you imagine like watching Parasite, but on Netflix and just like edited?
Oh my god, dude! That destroys the film, bro. They have no right.
It's scary. It scares me when I read something like that. I'm like, if because now I'm thinking ahead. I'm like, I'm writing my own thing. I want to distribute it. I want to sell it. That's the game.
Hey, now we got to think about is my shit too fucking gory, or is it too? Does it hit this point? Like, no, dude, it's a story.
If you broach some kind of like taboo topic, if you're dealing with anything going on,
no, man. I this is the one problem I kind of have with like where the world and society is really going right now is like the just cancellation. I mean, we've been talking about this, the cancel culture shit. Like we should talk about Shia too, because I mean that's huge. We can talk about that after this. But like just the idea of let's just take it out. Just take out the we could just erase that from history and just be like whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like, dude, on Twitch, the word simp, if you say it, you get banned.
Like a simp, like a simpleton?
Do you know what a simp is?
It's like a simpleton, right? It's like slang for like you're an idiot.
Yeah,
right?
I guess but in like the Twitch live streaming kind of thing, it's like there's a bunch of chicks that are on there to make money, all right? They're gaming with the boobs out, and you know what? It's the hustle. Whatever. You got dumb people like, and like the people that are like. Now let's say I mean, you are dumb if you're giving your paycheck, you know what I mean? And there's some people We call
to
those
just see, bro.
simps. And then let's say these kids like they give like their money or something, and then they get angry that like they're playing with like some dude. You know, that's a simp. That's a simp. It's a big simp.
That's real.
And
They
dude,
get
bro, that is like, oh my god, it is like so rampant in that community. It's insane.
wow. Hey, but we're gonna be on Twitch, so
Yeah,
so we can't do censored.
I'll take my simps, bro.
Damn, dude, but we'd be censored. We'd be
But
cut
dude,
out.
it literally,
Canceled.
there's literally people like today. There was a couple streamers that got banned for saying the word simp, just for saying a word, bro. For saying a word. I don't know. Like I can't imagine what the future would be like if this keeps happening. Like it's gonna get more and more and more. Things are gonna get blocked and censored and. Like I get censorship exists. I was listening to a conversation about censorship and how it's like we need censorship for, you know, obvious things. You know what I mean? But like it's such like a subjective, like it's like a weird line that like is always like changing, you know?
Yeah, it's like who says what's a cultural norm and what isn't, right? Like the masses, the group. Like who decides that?
Yeah, it's all decided by fucking people, man.
And then but we're like we're a land of the free, so it's supposed to be a country that's, you know, you're allowed to say what you want to say, and no matter how fucked up it is. And I don't like a lot of the shit people say, you know, it pisses me off a lot, but that's kind of what we're built on. So where do we draw the line? Do we say you can't say that word, and if you do, you don't have a career anymore? That's it. Goodbye. If you make a mistake, goodbye. The idea of like redemption is like it's like a foregone conclusion that's like gone. That just doesn't exist in society anymore. You can't make a mistake and come back from it.
Yeah.
If you do, you're like one of you know. Yeah. Or it's like, no, oh, you did a fucked up thing. Okay, well, you have to go away 2.5, 3 years, come back, and we will start to preserve your career. We'll start to, you know, reinvigorate your career slightly, but you'll never get back to what you were. You just
there's no way. Yeah.
Here, man. The shy shit, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that shit's heartbreaking, man.
Messed me up bad, homie.
I bet, man.
That messed me up bad because you know I look up to that guy a lot. He had a big influence in
terms of acting. In terms of acting.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. In terms of acting, he's had a big influence on me up until now. He was one of the people I would watch a lot growing up. When I was around like 20, I started getting into his stuff, and I think he's still one of the most underrated actors of our generation for sure. But now here's the thing: the conversation of when you look at what someone has done with their art, what they've put out, and what they've done in their life. I don't know the answer to this question. I'm just posing the question.
Yeah.
We don't have to answer it, but I'm just posing it because it's been asked before. Is it possible to separate a person from what they've put out? A person from their work? You know? Picasso was a piece.
Yeah. Michael Jackson.
And we still go to that, and we still go listen. We go watch. You know, look at his paintings and
oh, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, he don't catch no slack. He's not ripped apart for being a womanizer and an abusive person and alcoholic. And, you know, that's not the case for some people. But now it's like, you know, I don't condone what I've read. That's the allegations of what happened with Shia, but what he's done. But it's terrible. It's fucking terrible, that stuff.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of real illness, I think, to be able to do the things that it looks like he's done.
Yeah.
He's allegedly done. But we have a court of law now. This is the system in place. So now there's a court of law where we have to say, okay, he's got to go through this case. And on the other side of presenting all the evidence, a jury will say, we think he did it or we think he didn't do it. And then he's given his those terms of sentencing or he's free. But like,
and dude, but at that point, it doesn't even matter.
That's my point. So now in the public, it's like if you have an allegation of something,
Yeah.
you're in deep trouble, man.
You're done.
Because it's opinion. It's the group think. Like, what do we all think? Is he good or is he bad? And everyone looks at the tweets and we're like, see a lot of bad, a lot of bad. Yeah. Okay, he's done. Hate him, kill him.
Yep.
You know, dead. It's like, fuck. You know, if that was your very, very close relative or someone that you love really, really deeply, I bet you think twice before you cancel him that fast. You know, maybe you'd be really, not appreciate what he did if you think he did that thing. If there's a lot of evidence stacked up against him, but you know,
it's just so weird too, because like one of the movies that was about to come out was like about like a pregnant like woman and everything. Like I was like, I don't know, man. Like it just doesn't make sense in my head, you know. But obviously, in his head, nothing makes sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, something. And this is what I keep saying. Something has to be really, really wrong. There's got to be some deep illness for you to, if you did this, hurt women that you loved and abuse. Dude, in my life, if I've ever come across that in my life, I've always stepped in or I've always fucking blown up onto that situation. I don't condone it. I would lay my life down for something like that. I don't condone that one bit. And the killing of dogs, come on, dude. You know, I don't condone that shit. I don't condone it. I don't believe in fucking persecuting people to death. I definitely don't believe that. I don't believe in like you serve some time if you do something like that. If he's proven guilty of it, but also I don't think I'm gonna jump in and be like, "Fuck this motherfucker." Blah, 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 blah. I don't do that either.
No,
I don't. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but I don't do that. And that's my corner of life that I'm able to say my piece on.
Yeah.
And I'm not sway anybody. I'm just speaking for what I do and believe, and that's it. It's so easy to be. How easy was it growing up to be like, that's the loser kid in class. Yep. That's the loser.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that easy? And it's like natural. It's like we all do it. We all kind of, it's so easy to be like.
Bullying never left, bro.
What happened?
Bullying never left. We're like adults bullying each other like children.
The kid ate a bug. He's gross. And it's like, he's fucking. Don't invite him to your birthday. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not trying to compare eating a bug to what the level of terrible thing that I'm accused of. I'm just saying, looking at how easy it is to get on board with, this is so black and white.
Yeah.
This is a terrible person, or this is the best, actor and the greatest human being, and love him so much. He's a flawed human. He's just a flawed human who acts very well, and he hasn't dealt with the shit well enough, clearly. Do we say no redemption possible? You fucked up. You did something terrible, bro. If that's the case, I don't have much of a family. A lot of people I know and love. I can't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the truth. So I do believe in redemption. That's something in my heart. If I mess up in some kind of way, if I fucking, ruin my reputation by not showing up to a set one day, something I was casting, and then you find out because I was binge drinking and I'm in a hotel and I'm fucking laid out. And, are you not gonna be my friend?
Yeah,
anymore?
Right. No, fuck yeah. I wish I could be there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I hope I do work now, so I hope I'm never in that kind of place where I make a mistake and I'm thrown as a. But if I was, I hope there's some form of redemption in life where you get one of these, and if you mess up, you're done.
Yeah, I don't, that's only fair, man.
Shai saw how shit goes. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of strikes. He's got a lot of strikes. So that's another.
Yeah, that's another thing.
I get kind of angry. This is where I get kind of upset with him, and I'm not him. So I can. And this is the other thing. I can never be him. Yeah. I can never step in his shoes. I don't know what he's thinking or what he's gone through in the past, even though I've seen the films, and it's still not really what he went through. It's a dramatized version of it.
Yeah.
It's his version of it that he wants to show us. So you don't really know how a guy feels or what he's gone through. You don't know the in-depths of everything. So the thing I struggle with, the thing I was really angry about was, aside from the domestic abuse charges, which are fucking, they suck. That if you did that, you're shit. So, and you got to do a lot of work, man. You got to do a lot of work on yourself. If you killed some dogs, again, you're a motherfucker, man. That's tough. That's tough. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't really relate to. But as a human, I can say, Mikey, I can say he's clearly got something wrong with him to be doing these things, acting out of fear.
Yeah.
I see a lot of insecurity in this guy, even though he's got the world at his fingertips.
The weirdest thing too that really like just blows my mind is like, because I feel like he's one of the more like I don't know, like not ground. I don't know, maybe like kind of like grounded, but like in the moment kind of like celebrities that I've seen, like he talks about his feelings. He talks about, he's not scared to like open up about things. Right. So that's why I'm very confused to why, like, I guess he just doesn't have like the support around him, or he doesn't, like, I don't know how there's no one that can help him.
I think so, dude. Again, I got love in my heart for this guy because of what he gave me.
And let's say people, he has tried to let people in and they fucked him over multiple times. Like you never know. You never know what the fuck it is.
I think it's got a lot to, and I don't know him. This is just my fucking mind racing and thinking about it.
Yeah.
When I heard it, but I was thinking like, you're coming from a place of, it's very insecure. There's not much security in the way he grew up, which is what I think, what he said and what I've heard. And so you try to, find ways of creating security and creating love for yourself and getting love from others because you didn't get it enough for your family. And so it's these ways in which he learned to do that, but also he's got this very impulsive, connected, big-hearted personality, which I think is a part of him too. That's the part we're all kind of like, man, this guy's amazing. This guy's incredible. This is the thing we fell in love with these past few years. I think people have jumped on the Shia train. But I think that's why his acting is incredible.
Yeah.
But also, with that insecurity, I think comes a lot of shit, man. It comes, if these things are true about him, like counting kisses with his girl,
Yeah.
I'm very insecure to me. You sound like you're very afraid to lose something you got.
Yep.
But then when you get, as much love as you can and you squeeze it out of them and you're abusing them, if that is the case, then you move on to the next one because there's a well of love there that you got to go, sponge up. And I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I'm saying I've felt that before. I've done those kind of things before. I can relate to that, not in an abusive way, but in like a self fulfilling type of way where it's selfish. And I feel for him in that way. I feel for the guy because it's like a hole in your chest that you can't fill. You don't love yourself enough, so you look for it elsewhere, and you're never going to get enough of it. You're just never going to get enough of it. You're always going to be trash. No one's ever going to love you enough, and you're going to keep, doing terrible shit to people until you're dead.
Yeah.
And he's in programs and shit. He's said that before. I just think he hasn't done the work enough, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, speculating, no idea, could be totally wrong. Sorry, but you got to do the work, dude.
It seems like every year or so, there's something happens, right?
Yeah.
Yep. He probably gets to a point where he's like comfortable, and then
shit. I got low power on my phone. Yeah.
I want to, dude. I feel I've thought of this idea this last week. Like, I wonder if there's any study on, like actors and mental health, and maybe you know better than me, but like actors and mental health, and like compared to which like teaching they go through.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, I don't know, I was thinking about like, imagine like with like Meisner, especially because like your Meisner taught, and like I know Shia is too, right? Like I think because like just that idea of embodying yourself in a role, right, and like bringing yourself to different lengths. Yeah. I think like that's super destructive, in a way.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's almost it's almost like sometimes like to the extent that a lot of like definitely Shia takes it. And like a lot of other actors, like sometimes that's like stabbing yourself to gain something.
100%. It's dude, I just thought recently, and this is how fucked up it could be if you let it be. I think I've so I've been working on myself. It's no surprise. I've been in therapy. I've been trying to forgive myself and love myself and forgive others who've hurt me and just be a self-loving kind of dude. Where I don't search it elsewhere. And I know that I'm not worthless and trash and garbage. At my core, I know I'm like a beautiful person.
Mm.
And in the midst of that, I have this little voice in the back of my head that's like, if you do this, bro, if you really do this, if you really get to a place where you're like totally fulfilled with being you and living your life and you're happy in your skin totally and you're not carrying anything and all that, if you let it all go and you lay down the grudges and you love yourself truly, you're gonna be a shit actor. And then what are you gonna do? And that's my fear. And my fear is that because, dude, it's like it's my spin on what I learned from Meisner technique. It's the things I put into it weren't taught to me, but the things I used, which was the things I use in Meisner, which is work off the other person, living truthfully, right, under the imaginary circumstances. Anything can happen. This is a moment that happens once. You're believing whatever's in front of you constantly, and an adjustment totally all the time, just like life, just like this conversation, right? Yeah. It's not planned. Nothing's really planned. You do the work before it. You drop it. You're here now and just working. I'm just listening to you and repeating or doing a new thing. Yeah. But I think the thing I was injecting into it, because a part of that is you have to, look at a text and you have to break down what people are doing in it and you analyze that. Then you connect yourself to those doings. So in order to do that, and you connect yourself to what their points of views are. So in order to do that, you need to say, okay, this person is confessing a huge sin and they want forgiveness, let's say in the scene. It's like, okay, well, that's their sin, right? Their sin in the script is they were in a relationship, an adulterous relationship in the past, and they're trying to get absolved by their wife, let's say. So in my life now, my job is to connect myself to a sin in my life that I feel like I have to. I'm truly asking this person in front of me who's real to me. That's all I'm trying to do by the end of the scene. I don't care about people who are watching it. I don't care about what take we're on. I don't care about who's what's going on around me. And my job is to get absolved of that sin now, and I need evidence of that now. This take, I need that. This is the only take I get. So when you're doing that, you really got to come with some shit. Otherwise, you're empty. Otherwise, you're not going to really do that. You're not going to. My dog's over. You're not going to really do that. You're not going to try to get absolved of anything. You're just going to fucking. I don't know. You're just going to pretend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not going to truthfully do it.
No, you'll come half full. Yeah. And so it'll be. You're kind of going to want to get absolved. It's not really going to affect you. You're going to kind of try to win that person over. Yeah. And, wow, I lost on that. Uh-oh. But,
I'm still recording, though, so I guess we could just end it with...
So you're only kind of going to get what you want, what you're after. But when you go into it, you have to be full. You have to really dig at yourself and say, this is, I think, what you're talking about. And I think where you can go too far. Yes. Really go after a thing that you've done wrong, and you got to search and you got to imagine, what could I do now in this moment or yesterday or whatever that is something that I would feel fucking awful about. Yeah. If I did that thing, how deep can I go really safe? No, not pretending, not trying to be cute about it or make a good scene. What is something that if I did in life with whatever would make me like go to, and which person would I want to go to, and what day is it? What time is it? Why do I have to do it now? And it's got to be real, man. It's got to be real, or it's not true. And if it's not true, I shouldn't do it. Yeah. So for me, I was injecting I was just injecting a ton of other shit. If something called for me to do a terrible thing in a play, I was like, well, I have to be in a terrible place as Dave to do a terrible thing. So then I'm all this shit. Yeah, right? Yeah. What? Drop weight, fucking, disconnect from people, live alone. Terrible things, dude. And you lose the balance in life when you do that. shit can become very real if you do that. You know,
Yeah.
shit that isn't real becomes real. So you got to find some kind of balance, dude. I know. I've been trying to figure that out. I've been trying to.
Do you think in like learning, when you were in like Playhouse and you were being taught, do you feel like that was ever like touched on, like that mental part of it?
Oh, yeah. For sure. There's an emphasis on we want you to work on this every day so you strengthen your imagination so you don't have to do terrible things outside of it.
Yes. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You're working on the imagination. They call it childlike imagination is what you're after.
Yeah.
Because we all have that and we all lose it over the years, right? It's easy to be cops and robbers on the playground when you're 5. It's easy to be the cop. It's easy to be the robber. You know exactly how to move. You know exactly what to say, how to pull, the front holster, you know how to carry the bag, how much weight's in it, with slinging it over your shoulder. You know exactly what's in the bag. You're not even thinking about it. But as an adult, you like watching everything. You're like, that's stupid. You have that little murmur of like, oh, this is how society works. It's not real. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So we train ourselves to work on the imagination stuff along with the physical stuff. Make it real as you can. And it's effective, man. It really works.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're still afraid after that, or if you didn't do enough of that, you go to the extremes of like, I know what I'll do. I'll cut my face. I used to grate my knuckles and make my knuckles bleed before. Yeah. Shit. If it was like a scene that required me to like be really fighting against the thing, or like I'm really scared of a thing going into it, I used to do outside of it and then walk into a scene.
Shit.
I'm really like scraping my knuckle skin's all scarred. You know what I mean? Like for what?
Yeah, for man. What? That's wild. Yeah, and I'm sure like let's say like you must. It's almost like you're getting like a high if you do it and you get a good reaction or something. Then you're like, oh, I have to do this shit now.
That's the scary thing. Wow. Because when it's like but they don't see the other thing. Yeah. They don't see the thing you're outside on the brick and you're fucking scratching your knuckles. Yeah. It's weird. Imagine you think of anything you're doing if you're abusing it in some kind of way and you're getting praised for it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy, man. That's so dark. It's so dark, man.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. That was awesome. I love that. I want to put that as like a little clip. I think that was a good talk.
Yeah, it's scary, dude.
I sadly I have to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
where are we at? Are we good?
Yeah, we got an hour, so we're chilling. There it is, man.
We did
Episode 101. I think that was a perfect take you to school class 101.
Hey, come on. Man.
Boom. I love you, Dave.
We're here podcast.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, I love you.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Dude, thank you, bro. Thanks for just bringing me along. I love this. I love doing this.
We're in it together, bro.
It hasn't gotten stale. It hasn't gotten boring.
No.
I'm not like, oh man. Literally every week I'm still like, thank you, God. Like,
yeah.
I still got to have I get my conversation, Yeah. Got in every week.
Yeah. All right, boom. Episode 101, You're Here Podcast. Find the podcast. You know where to find the podcast. Realest podcast in the game. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, Google Podcasts, everywhere. YouTube with that video. Please comment, like, subscribe. Do it for me, please. www.yourhearepodcast.co. We cannot afford DM. My name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name is Dave. I love you all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.